Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. We have been in lockdown now for 10 weeks, going into week 11, although things are being relaxed quite a bit today. Whether that's right or whether that's wrong, we won't get into that, but yeah, you can now meet up to 6 people, I think it is, outside, obviously with like socially distancing, so that means you can have those people in your garden, meet them in a park or, you know, green space or something like that. What else is happening? Schools have gone back today for some children. Only certain year groups are going back. I think it's reception year 1 and year 6 at the moment. Although I know not everyone has chosen to send their child back to school. It's kind of, you know, individual what each person thinks is right. But those schools are now open for those ages of children. A lot of people are back to work. What else? Apparently, if you are shielding, you can now go out for a walk during the day, or at night if you want. So you can go with someone from your household, or if you live alone, you can meet up with one other person from a different household, as long as you're social distancing. Although a lot of people that I know that are shielding are choosing not to do those things because they don't feel like it's the right time, which I agree with. And yeah, I think that's about where we are this week. It's kind of, certainly by looking at like photos over the weekend of beaches and things like that, they have been really busy, really crowded, and looking at them you would not think that there was still any kind of like lockdown in place, which is worrying, but yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just doing my bit. So yeah, there we go. That's where we are on going into week 11. My sister's gone back to work now, so it's a bit quieter in the house. It's just me, my mum and my dad and the pets now, so it feels a bit empty. And yeah, I am getting on with some editing. I have just finished editing my weekly vlog that was meant to go up last week, but I'm running late. So that's just exporting, and then I can get that up, and then I need to start editing my next EDS Awareness Month video, because I ended up having to split mine into 2. So although it's not EDS Awareness Month anymore, it's still going to go up. The rest of the day I don't have anything on this afternoon, but then this evening I have got a virtual council meeting, because obviously this lockdown and everything has gone on, I guess, for a lot longer than we thought it would. We have now got to the point where we're starting to do our like regular meetings all online now. To begin with, we just kind of cancelled them all and said we would wait and, you know, start them again when we could do it in person, but because it's been going on for 10 weeks now, we've decided that actually we need to just, you know, continue with the meetings and what we're meant to be doing. So we've gone back to the original like rota of meetings, and they are now going to be on Zoom. So we had just been doing planning meetings, but now we're going to do all the other ones as well. So yeah, I've got that this evening, and that's it for today. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this to export. I'm going to sort out some photos. I want to get a blog post up as well if I can, because I've got it written, it just needs to go up. And yeah, that is what I'm doing with my morning. I've just been bitten by a mosquito. Sorry, I'm just playing Animal Crossing, and apparently you can now get bitten by mosquitoes. Anyway, yes, it's quite late, and I have been terrible at vlogging again today. Spent a lot of the morning finishing editing my weekly vlog, so that is hopefully up now because it was uploading, and I also managed to get a blog post up, so that was good. had lunch, and then spent a lot of the afternoon asleep. And then this evening I had my virtual council meeting, which was quite long. That went on for about an hour and a half. And yeah, that's finished now. So I'm playing a bit of Animal Crossing. My shop has just opened, which is exciting. And yeah, I've got the TV on. I'm watching what's it called, Long Lost Family, which is about, this one's about people that were abandoned as babies. So these two people had been left in phone boxes as babies, so they're trying to like find out who they are. I find these things really interesting. So yeah, I'm just trying to chill out a bit now because I'm a bit like wiped out from the council meeting and my brain feels a bit like fried, so I just need to not do very much. I did think of like doing some more stuff on my laptop, but I think I just needed a break from doing that and to just do something else. So thought I'd go on Animal Crossing because, you know, it's good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's about it for today, I'm afraid. It's not been a particularly interesting day, but there we go. That's what it's been like. Hello, happy Tuesday. I have spent the morning editing some of my EDS awareness video. Gone quite well actually. I'm quite happy. I think I'm probably about halfway through, so I'm hoping that I might be able to get the other half done tomorrow. Yeah, that's been my morning. My dad has kindly put up this notice board for me, which I bought a little while ago now, and I've just been waiting for someone to put it up for me. So thankfully my dad has done that, and on this notice board here I am going to put all of my pin collection. So I'm really excited to finally have somewhere to actually excuse me, my voice is going today, to have somewhere that I can actually like display my pins. I don't know how quickly it will fill up, but I'm hoping there'll be enough room on there for what I've got. I don't know. I mean, it's a fairly big notice board, so fingers crossed it will be alright. But yeah, I'm looking forward to putting all my pins up there so that they're not sitting in a drawer and I can actually appreciate them and yeah, enjoy them. It's kind of got me thinking a bit more about the rest of my office, and I just want to get it looking nice, like a nice office. I mean, I've got a lot of tidying to do in here. I'm not even going to show you the bed because it's embarrassing, and I might show you at some point when I start tidying it, but yeah, it is embarrassing. It needs sorting out. It currently just has stuff piled up on it that needs like putting away. But yeah, obviously I want to get that clear. I would like to put some shelves, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but like above my desk here. Not necessarily to put like books on, but just to put like things that I want to like display and to look nice. I just want this to be a nice place to sort of work. And then I've got space like on the wall by my bed, not my bed, by the bed, because this is technically a guest room as well, so that's another reason why I need to clear the bed, because if and when we can have guests again, you know, it would be nice that people could actually use this room if they needed to. So yeah, there's a wall that goes along the length of the bed, and then there's also some wall like behind the bed, because I don't anticipate the shelves going like all the way across. So I'm hoping that I can put some pictures up there, because I've got quite a few different pictures. A lot of them are Disney, that I'd quite like to go up on the wall. And yeah, that would just, like, tidying it, putting the pictures up, putting the shelves up would just make it look a lot nicer, I think, and be a nice place to work. And I find having a lot of mess, like all the stuff on the bed, and it just looking a bit cluttered and not kind of sorted out, it kind of makes my head feel messy, and it makes me find it harder to do stuff because my brain feels kind of cluttered as well. So I'd really like to get it looking nice, and just, yeah, for it to be a nice place to do my blogging and my YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And also if it's like a nice place for someone to stay in if they happen to come to stay anytime soon. So that is my plan. I mean, the notice board is a start, so we're getting there. Anyway, it's getting quite late now, so I'm going to go down and have a bit of lunch. I think my dad's out in the garden, and I think my brother and Noah are here because now you can meet, and I think yesterday I said you can meet up to 6 people. I think it's 6 people in total, so like, say it was me, I think I could meet 5 other people, and that can be outside, so in your garden or in a public place or whatever. So Richard and Noah have come over into our garden to have a cuppa and say hello. I will probably not go outside because I am still pretty much shielding, but I don't know, I was like, I've been umming and ahhing about how this is going to work, and you know, short of any proper guidance from the government, you kind of have to use your own initiative, I guess, and make it up, not make it up yourself, but you know, like, do what you think is best for you. And yes, I am shielding as much as I can, but obviously, you know, I have been for the odd walk and to hospital appointments, and because my immune system isn't technically compromised, I feel like I don't need to shield to the same extent as some other people. So for example, like, I don't know, I've got friends who are on medication that suppresses their immune system, or who have been going through cancer treatment and things like that, and obviously for them it's really important, you know, to shield completely, to not let people, like, in their gardens or anywhere near members of their families and stuff like that. Whereas for me, I think it's just about weighing up the risks, and you know, for me, obviously I wouldn't feel comfortable going out to the shops or going out into, you know, particularly places that are going to be very crowded or anything like that, but I'm kind of okay with, I guess, like minimal risk activities. So for example, having my brother and nephew in the garden, you know, keeping their distance from whoever else my family are out there, I'm kind of willing to take that risk because the benefits for me outweigh the negatives. Anyway, this was a really long-winded way of saying that, yeah, my brother and nephew are in the garden, and I probably won't go out because I don't want to kind of take too much of a risk, but you know, I can say hello to them through the window, and it still means that they're able to kind of come and see my mum and my dad, whilst putting like the least amount of risk kind of my way. So yeah, anyway, that took a lot of explaining. I'm gonna go and have my lunch, probably go and wave to Noah and Richard out the window, and then I will probably have a little bit of a nap because I'm shattered. So I've had my lunch, and Noah and Richard have gone now. I don't know what's worse, not seeing them at all, or kind of having them kind of so close but so far, you know, being able to like watch out of the window and see Noah in the garden, or, well, you know, yeah, like Richard out there and whatever, and the only real thing that I could do was like, you know, open the door like a tiny bit so that I could like say hello and like, you know, just say like a quick hello and a quick goodbye, which I know is like, you know, it's more than some people get at the moment, so I do appreciate that I can do that. But at the same time, I don't know, I just felt a bit crap. I think it's alright to admit that, because, you know, yes, okay, I'm able to do more than some people are, but it's still okay to admit that the situation is rubbish. I don't know, I hate how, like, uncomfortable and scared I feel about being near my family. I don't know, it's just a really odd feeling, isn't it, that you're worried about, yeah, being near people that you love and care about, and who you usually wouldn't give a second thought to giving them a hug or being near them and talking to them and stuff. And I don't know, it worries me how long it's going to take for that to kind of go. I mean, obviously, like, some amount of, like, anxiety and concern is a good thing, because that's what makes people follow the rules. But yeah, I don't. It's just a really uncomfortable feeling, isn't it? And it makes me feel a bit sad. Anyway, I've crashed out on the sofa now because I've run out of energy. I'm going to play a little bit of Animal Crossing and watch the daily briefing, and then I think I'll probably have a bit of a nap and hopefully feel a bit better after that. Like, physically, I just don't feel that well either. I don't know whether it was my lunch that's just kind of made me feel worse, but my stomach does not feel good and just feel really, really sick. So I'm hoping I can distract myself for a bit with Animal Crossing, and then a nap might just help me kind of get through the next couple of hours. It's quite late, and I've been thinking about how to address this all day, trying to find the right words, and I don't know, I think I've just come to the conclusion that there aren't any that I can say. This video isn't going to go up for a while, but I just couldn't ignore what has been going on in the world with George Floyd's death and the Black Lives Matters movement. I don't know, I always saw myself as tolerant, as welcoming, as anti-racist, and, you know, I still hope that I am those things, but after seeing a lot of the content that's been out today, I've realised that there's so much more that I can do, and I feel really uncomfortable about that. And I think actually that is okay to feel uncomfortable, because by feeling uncomfortable you make changes, and I think that that can only be a good thing. And I think at the moment that, you know, it's not my place to say how it feels to be discriminated against because of the colour of your skin, because I will never understand that, and I understand that I will never understand that. So I think now is the time for us to be listening to Black people and people of colour, to hear their experiences, their stories, to hear their opinions, to hear what they want, what they need, what they deserve. And it breaks my heart that this prejudice and this racism is still happening in 2020. It is just, I can't actually find the words for it. It's unbelievable. And I will openly admit that I didn't understand a lot of the history and, you know, where this has all come from, I guess I had a very simplistic view that I just couldn't understand why you would discriminate or hate somebody else for the colour of their skin. And, you know, yes, obviously I still think that. I am baffled that anybody could look at somebody else and, yeah, judge them based on the colour of their skin. But there is so much history and past behind it that needs to be acknowledged for us to be able to move on, I think. And that's some of what I've been learning today. And I think that's what we've got to do, is we've got to listen and we've got to learn and we've got to understand where all this has come from, so that, you know, we stop making these mistakes and that we, you know, we acknowledge our part in it all. Because, yeah, you know, we might be anti-racist, but our ancestors weren't, and that is where this has come from. And until we start listening to the people that this affects, really, really listening to them, you know, not you saying, yeah, I hear you, and then getting on and not changing anything, but listening and making changes, then nothing is going to change. And I will do whatever needs to be done every day, because I think it's every day. It's not a one-off, you know, token gesture. And I've listened to a lot of people speak today, and it's been massively enlightening listening to the experiences of people and understanding that, you know, yes, it's amazing that there is this huge movement of people speaking out and saying that Black Lives Matter. But we've just got to make sure that it doesn't stop there. You know, it needs to carry on. It needs to carry on every day. We need to be putting what we are saying, putting on social media. We need to be putting those things in practice. We need to be making changes. So yeah, all I would say is, if you have taken part in today's social media blackout, to, you know, not forget it, to use every day to learn, to understand, to listen to what needs to be done. So that's what I want to try and do. I want to understand the history that we weren't taught about in schools. I want to understand where this has all come from and my part in creating the injustice and the suffering. And I want to know what I can do to make changes, to make life better, because Black lives do matter, and I think we need to stand with Black people at the moment and allow them to share their truth and to support them in that. And yeah, all I can say is that I understand that I will never understand, and I think that just says it all. But I understand that I can be an ally and I can support Black people in telling their stories and in getting justice. So that's what I wanted to say. I feel like my words aren't enough for the gravity of the situation, but I just want to say that I do stand with you all and will support you and be there every step of the way and do whatever I can.
I'm looking out from my window, coming up like the day before. You're like a stone.
Good afternoon, it is Wednesday. I'm not really sure what's happening today. I just don't seem to be getting on very well. I had a video call with my friend Lydia this morning, so we had a good chat. And I did a bit more editing on my EDS Awareness Month video. I've had some lunch and I have a bit of poster open, which I thought I would just open. I think it's probably the last of the face masks, face coverings that I ordered, judging by the size of it. Hello Freddie, you right down there? Let's have a look. I can't actually remember what it looks like. Yes it is. So this is another Disney one, and it's quite pretty. Let me see if I can zoom in on it for you. So it says things like magic begins within, I think there's something else, listen to your heart, and then it's got little birds and hearts and flowers and stuff on it, which I thought was quite nice. I will link where I got it from in the description below if they've still got it. It obviously depends on what like materials and things that they have still got. Let's see how this one fits. There we go, this one fits quite well actually. Hello. I think Freddie's thinking what on earth is going on. Oh, don't sit on that leg because it hurts. So I now have a fair few masks that I can wear if I ever actually leave the house. I'm just going to take this one off because it's quite hot. That one actually sits quite nicely on my ears. I find some of them, because my ears are quite bendy, some of them like pull my ears right down so they don't sit properly, but this one seems to sit quite well, so that's good. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with that one. Has anyone else got a dog and a cat that are like literally best friends? We never thought that Lenny and Freddie would get on because Freddie's just not that fond of cats. He'll always bark, he barks at them. He would quite happily chase a cat, I think, but I think with Lenny, oh, I've got really itchy nose. Because he doesn't run away, Freddie kind of hasn't been the same with him. So now they're at a point where they are literally best friends. So in the mornings, my dad will come and like get Freddie out and take Alfie out for their walk, and Lenny will sit by the window and watch until they come back. And then when they come in, like Lenny will kind of like run up to him. They all play together. They play like chase and like play fighting and things like that. When Freddie comes in like in the evening to go to bed, Lenny will be like waiting at the door, and when he comes in, Lenny will be like jumping around and like kind of he'll jump on top of Freddie and stuff, and it's just really cute to see that they get on so well, especially because we were so worried that we would kind of have to be keeping them apart. It's just nice that they get on. Anyway, I'm gonna go and play a bit of Animal Crossing and then have a nap because I just don't feel that well today, so I'm trying to take care of myself and take it a little bit easy. Good morning, it is Thursday. I feel like I need to apologise for this vlog so far. I don't know, I haven't been vlogging a lot, and what I have vlogged has just been me talking. And it just feels like it's been a bit all over the place this week so far, but to be honest, that's how I feel. Don't know, just seem to be having a difficult week. I just seem to be struggling more than usual. I don't feel very motivated to kind of do anything. I don't feel like I've really got any energy. I felt quite tearful and down, and yeah, I guess it's just made it harder to kind of find things to vlog about. So yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, I don't really know what else to say. Apart from, I hope you don't mind me just chatting sometimes, because sometimes that's all you can do. Yeah, not feeling brilliant today, to be honest. Had a bit of a cry earlier. I think, I don't know, sometimes you just bottle it up for so long and then you need to kind of let it out. I don't even know if I'm in focus. Yeah, sometimes you just need to have, like, let it out and have a big proper cry. So yeah, that's where we are today. I'm just getting on with finishing editing this EDS awareness vlog, because I would like to get it finished and up. Don't really have any plans, well, no exciting plans for today anyway. I'd like to have a shower later and wash my hair, which my mum will help me with. I'm currently trying to find a PA/carer, because my kind of direct payment approval, I don't really know what it's called, has gone through. Like, the next thing to do is to find somebody to come and help, and I'm just trying to find out whether it's best for me to kind of just employ one person to do the whole, like, lot of hours, or whether it's best to sort of split it between 2 different people. My kind of thinking is, if I only have one person, then if they're ill or something, then obviously I would be left with no one. Whereas I wonder if I'd employed like 2 people, then maybe there's like a backup. But I don't know. I've contacted the social work lady to see kind of what her advice is, because obviously she's done this a lot before, so obviously she knows kind of what people do. But yeah, I'm just trying to find somebody now. I have been having a look at, I was given a database to have a look at called PA Finder, which I've been having a little look through. I just don't know, there doesn't seem to be really anybody that covers where I live. They sort of cover nearby areas, so I don't know if they will kind of come over here, although I don't want someone to be having to obviously travel too far. So I need to contact some people on there, but I've also put a message out on our local community Facebook page, which I had been actually putting off doing for a while, because I don't know, I just felt a bit vulnerable putting it out there for everybody in our community to see. And I could have put it out as an anonymous message. I could have contacted the admins and asked them to do it, but I don't know. I felt like I didn't really want to hide behind, you know, an anonymous name. So I've done that today. I've done that this morning, and I did feel quite anxious about doing it, obviously because we've got like a fairly small community and I'm a town councillor. It just, to me, it feels like I'm kind of exposing my vulnerabilities a little bit. And I know that sounds ridiculous, because I sit on here and talk to the camera about it all, but I'm guessing the majority of the people in my community don't watch my videos. But obviously putting it out on a community page that's got nearly like 20,000 people on it, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's putting it out there, isn't it, for people to know that that's kind of the help that you're kind of needing. And I don't feel embarrassed about it or anything like that. I don't know why putting it on the community page took me so long. I think it's getting your head around all of it, isn't it, and like accepting where you are and what help you need and things like that. But I think putting the message out there was the first good thing, and hopefully if I start hearing back, and then I can start talking to people and just see what comes out. And I'm hoping that I will just find somebody that I kind of think, yeah, they seem like the right person, because it's a lot letting somebody into your house to help you with like pretty personal things some of the time. It's a lot to get your head around, so yeah, it's making sure you find the right person, isn't it? Yeah, I finished editing my EDS vlog, so hopefully I can get that up tomorrow. Had lunch, and then while I was eating lunch, my mobile rang and it said no caller ID or whatever, I can't remember, something like that. And And I don't know, I did think like, oh, I just might answer it, like I don't know who it is. Sometimes I do that. Quite often it's like spam callers and stuff, but for some reason I decided to pick it up, and it was one of the registrars of my leg surgeon that did my surgery. So I was a bit surprised to hear from them, because I didn't expect to hear from them today. I'm meant to have a phone appointment tomorrow, but basically he said that their clinic is really busy tomorrow, so they were trying to like ring some people today, and asked if I could talk. So I did. I don't know how much he kind of knew about like what had been going on so far, because I don't know, I just got the impression that he kind of didn't really, well, I don't know whether he knew or not, but I didn't get the impression he kind of knew what had been said by Mr. Hutt so far. So I kind of filled him in, and he then said he could see the letter from Mr. Hutt from last time, and that, yeah, he kind of asked how I was doing, and I said, well, nothing has really changed. I kind of explained the problems that I was having, and I don't know, I can't remember how it went, but it kind of went on like that. And I was trying to explain, you know, that my knee is the main problem at the moment. You know, I can't bend it properly, it hurts, like it's really painful, it swells up, and obviously I'm still on crutches, I'm not able to weight bear properly, all that kind of stuff. And then he was looking at the x-rays, and he kind of said, well, your x-rays are okay. So I was like, okay, great. He said basically my break does seem to be healing, which is good. He said that he would have expected it, in someone my age, he would have expected it to have like healed completely by now, but it hasn't. But then he kind of said I don't think he was too worried about that, because it is showing signs of healing, it just seems to be slow. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that, as long as it's kind of showing improvement. I asked him about what the radiologist had said about my x-rays. So the radiologist here had said that he could see that there was like some bone growing out, like away from the femur, like where it shouldn't be. So I asked about that, and he said that, yeah, there was a bit growing like where it shouldn't be, but he wasn't concerned about it. And then I asked also about lower down in my femur. The radiologist said that there looked like there was a possible break, and so I asked the registrar about that, and he kind of looked at my x-ray and also looked at my old x-rays, and he said that you can see what looks like that break on all of the x-rays. So what he thinks it is when they're rotating your bone, they kind of need a measure to kind of work out how far to like rotate it. So sometimes they put a pin into the bone while they rotate it, and then once it's rotated they'll take the pin back out again. So he thinks that's what it is, and again, he's not too concerned. He said it should, you know, heal with the rest of it. So yeah, that we did kind of went through all that, and then we sort of talked about my knee a little bit more, and he was focused very much on like, well, you should be doing physio, like you should be doing, you know, just working on physio, you should be like bend, you know, trying to bend your leg, you should be doing exercises that are like bending your leg, you should be massaging your knee, like all these kind of things. He said, you know, you really need to go and get in a pool and do some like water-based exercise, and he said you need to get on an exercise bike. And I'm sitting there thinking like, what? So I kind of said, well, you know, I have been doing physio, and it was my physio that you know, told me to get back in contact with you guys, because, and he said, well, why? And I said, well, because we've been doing exercises, you know, she's been trying to bend my knee, we've been doing massage, we've been doing all these kind of things, and it's just not making any progress, which is why she wanted me to come back to say that we're not making any progress and we don't know why. And I said, you know, I did a course of hydrotherapy, and he said, how did that go? So I said, well, you know, I went in the water and I'd do the exercises, and then my knee would literally, you could see it swelling up like as I was doing the exercises. So by the time I got out, I would have a really, really swollen knee that was really, really painful, and then for the next few days I wouldn't be able to do anything because of the pain and the swelling being so bad. So, you know, after doing 6 sessions of that and just going around in circles, we didn't kind of go for another load of sessions because it just seemed counterproductive. And so, yeah, he kind of was pushing the physio, and in the end I just said, well, is it normal for your knee to swell up every time you do any kind of movement with it? And then he kind of said, well, no. So I was like, okay, well, then he sort of said, well, he said, oh, well, yeah, but that might be because you're not doing like enough, like you're not moving it enough, so that's why it's swelling up. And I'm thinking, but I can't win. Every time I move it, it swells up. No matter what I do, it swells up and it's painful. So anyway, we got to the point, and he eventually said that he would speak to my surgeon tomorrow and show him the x-rays as well, and then if he kind of wants to add anything or, you know, change anything or whatever, then they'll ring me back sometime tomorrow. So I'm just really hoping that someone rings me back tomorrow, because at the moment I just feel like I have absolutely no plan, and I've just kind of been left. I don't know if I'm having a follow-up, I don't know what. I've just been told to do more physio, and I just feel a bit upset about it. I've been doing what I've been told to do. I've been trying my best, and something isn't right. And I just don't want to go through it again, where like this is how it is and it just gets ignored and blamed on like me again, when, you know, I've been doing my best. So I just really hope that they will ring back tomorrow once he's spoken to the surgeon, because the surgeon was talking about doing a CT scan to look at the rotation to see if like that could be the problem, and I just don't want it to be dismissed again. So yeah, that's where we are. Just frustrated. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. If he doesn't phone back tomorrow, then I'm gonna have to write a letter or something, because I can't be left like this. Like, I've had surgery and I'm worse off than I was before. Like, that's not right. So yeah, I just don't have the energy to like do this anymore, to keep fighting. And, you know, I thought I was getting somewhere with my surgeon, and we had a plan, and now everything just kind of feels like it's out the window. So yeah, just feel a bit defeated today, to be honest. I'm really hoping that tomorrow might be a bit better. I'm gonna have a nap now, because I'm tired. So I might speak to you later, otherwise I'll speak to you tomorrow. Good morning, happy Friday. I am in a bit of a better state than I was last night. I think I just needed a good cry and some sleep. I mean, I don't feel, you know, brilliant, but at the moment, touch wood, I don't feel quite so emotional. I haven't heard anything today yet from my surgeon, so who knows whether they will ring back. I think if we don't hear anything from them, my dad's going to help me write a letter to his secretary, because in his last letter he kind of set out a bit of a plan, and that seems to have kind of gone off the rails a bit for whatever reason, whether it was because the registrar that rang didn't really know what the plan was, or you've got two sort of different opinions. I think we just need to write a letter and find out exactly what's happening, because, you know, as my dad said, you know, before I had this operation, I was able to, you know, walk with a stick. I could do stairs. I could have a bath, and now I can't. I need like care. And you know, before, I'm not saying things were perfect before the operation, because they weren't, and that's what, you know, one of the reasons why I had the operation. And we were actually considering like looking at getting a PA and carers and stuff before then, but obviously I am a lot worse now than I was then, so it needs sorting. And being told that you need to do more physio just isn't really very helpful when it's your physio that's, you know, the one that's been concerned and asked you to get back in touch with the surgeon because she feels like things aren't going the right way. So yeah, there we go. So we'll see if they ring today. I feel like a little bit on edge, just waiting for a phone call, not knowing like if or when it's going to happen, but it is what it is, isn't it? So there we go. I've put these new earrings in today. I mean, they're not new, I've had them for ages, from Pandora. You can't really see them very well, they're little bows. But yeah, I was trying to choose some earrings earlier when I was getting dressed, and was having like a little rummage through my earring jewellery drawer, because I've just got so many bits in there, it needs a good sort out. I found these and I was like, oh gosh, those are like dirty. Well, I don't know if it's dirty or they've just like discoloured and gone a bit kind of dull, so they don't look very nice at the moment. So I thought, right, I'll put those in my ears, and then that will remind me when I go downstairs to try and clean them. And I'm sure I've seen Emily Norris talk about cleaning jewellery with like hot water and fairy liquid or something. I need to look up her video or something where she did it, because I can't remember exactly what she does, but it seems to work for her, so I'm going to give that a try and see if I can brighten these up a bit, because they're not looking good. I am going to upload my EDS awareness vlog, because that's finished, and then I need to start working on my next weekly vlog, getting that edited. Plans for today, apart from that, I don't really have many. My friend Lissa, who I have known for quite a while, it's her birthday tomorrow, and she's doing an Animal Crossing like virtual party, and she asked if I would go along. And up until now I haven't actually bought the online subscription. I keep meaning to do it, but I hadn't done it, so I did that last night, so now I can actually visit other people's islands. But because I haven't done it before, she said that this afternoon we could do like a test run, so I think she's going to come over to my island and show me like how we work out getting to her island. I think you have to like get like the best friends app on your Nook phone or something. So yeah, she's going to kind of just do that test run with me. She said she'd bring me some fruit over, because I've only got peaches at the moment. If you don't watch Animal Crossing, then this is going to mean absolutely nothing to you, so I apologise, but yeah, she's going to bring me some fruit over, and yeah, it'll be quite nice to have a little virtual catch up with her. So I managed to get my video up and get some editing done. I got a call from the doctor again that phoned me yesterday, which I'm really pleased about. He rang up and said that he'd spoken to my surgeon, and my surgeon wants to get me in for a CT scan to check the rotations of my leg, because I think that's what he thinks is the problem. Because of the coronavirus, I currently can't go up there. One, because like it's too risky for me, and two, because I don't think they're doing that kind of stuff up there at the moment. So he's going to make me an appointment for a couple of months' time, and said that he hoped that by then things would kind of be working a little bit more. So basically he'll make me an appointment to have the CT scan first, and then to come to the clinic to see my surgeon or someone from his team, and to kind of go through the results of that. So that's good. We've kind of got a plan now and I feel a lot better. And he just said, you know, keep up with the physio as best as you can. But he said not to push myself too much if it's really painful or if it's swelling up. So I feel happier with that advice than, you know, what I got told yesterday, you know, to kind of push to do lots of different physio things and all that kind of stuff, because it just didn't feel right. So I'm quite happy that he's rung back and like the advice has changed a bit. Yeah, I'm going to do this test visit with my friend Lisa now on Animal Crossing. So I just need to log on and then open my island and see, I don't know, I need to follow the instructions that she's given me and see what I'm meant to do. So I'm going to do that. I'll then probably have a bit of a nap because I'm a bit tired now and not feeling brilliant. I've also got a load of posts that has come the last couple of days that I need to open and show you, and I need to clean these earrings because they're doing my head in. But yeah, I'm going to do this test flight thing first and then go from there.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember.
Sorry for my slightly odd positioning. My knee and my foot and ankle have swelled right up, so I'm trying to kind of prop my foot up a little bit to see if I can help with the swelling. The test thing on Animal Crossing with my friend Lisa went really well. She kind of talked me through it and worked it all out, and then she came over to my island. She was dressed as a frog, and she brought me some presents. So she brought me I think pretty much all of the fruits. So my native fruit is a peach, and she brought me apples, oranges, cherries, pears and coconuts. So I've planted some of those, and then she also brought me I think some wallpaper and a floor and a rug as well, so that was very kind of her. We've just had dinner, and I promised you some post opening, so I'm going to do that now. One of these, I was going to open it on camera, but the address is literally scrawled across the front, so I'll open it, but I may have to edit this bit out if it's too visible. But yes, I shall show you what I've got. I'll start with the most exciting one. Well, I can't fault the packing on that. Yeah, it was like in like an envelope type thing, and then loads of this, I don't know what it is, but it's like foam type packing stuff, and then it was also wrapped in some of this stuff as well. So yeah, good packing. But it is a Bath and Body Works champagne toast candle, which I've been umming and ahhing about getting for a while. My sister has got the I think she's got the spray of it, and when she got it in New York, and when she got back and she was like showing me all the bits and bobs, I was like, you know, smelling them all, and I really liked the champagne toast one. And I'm on quite a few Bath and Body Works Facebook groups where people kind of sell stuff, but because of the pandemic and the fact that a lot of places are closed and shipping isn't happening so well and all that kind of stuff, there just wasn't a huge amount on there, and I'd been like keeping my eye out and like, you know, for quite a while, and just nothing was coming up. And then I had a look on eBay and I found a few different ones, and this was one of them. So I decided to go for it because the price was pretty good, and yeah, you know, we don't have Bath and Body Works in the UK, so this is the only way you're going to get them. Oh, it just smells so nice. I'll try and show you. There's lots of different like containers for them. So this is a 3-wick one. Let me try and... So it looks like this. So it's a bit sparkly and it's very pretty, and it's got a sort of just a, I don't know, nothing very exciting about the lid. And then it's 3 wicks. So the next few things that I have opened are both from Amazon, and they're both cards. Usually I get my cards from Greetings Card website, which I've linked in pretty much every like 4th vlog or something, because I order all my cards for the month like just before the beginning of the month, but this month I'm late, so yeah, I'm kind of behind. But yeah, I do actually have my greetings card order here as well. But when I got my cards from Greetings Card website, which I'll link below, I couldn't find, so it's my dad's birthday and it's Father's Day this month, and I couldn't find cards for either of them that I liked. So I thought I'd have a look on Amazon, and I managed to find cards on Amazon that I was quite happy with. So for Father's Day, I got this one, which I think is blank inside. Yeah, it's blank inside, so you could use it as a birthday card as well, but it just says thanks Dad for always being there, I think. And then it's got a little spider in a jar, which I just a glass, which I thought was pretty apt because I'm always asking my dad to catch spiders for me. So that's the one for Father's Day. And then for his birthday, I got this one. I will link them both below because, as I said, they're kind of, you know, quite easy to use for anything, like blank inside, so you could use them for a birthday, not just Father's Day. But yeah, it says Yoda best Dad, and I saw it and it just made me chuckle because we have just finished watching The Mandalorian, and it has like the baby Yoda, so I thought they were quite apt for this year. Good morning, it's Saturday and it's June, and I'm in a jumper and jogging bottoms because I'm blooming freezing. I woke up in the middle of the night needing the loo, and to begin with I was like, I just don't want to get out of bed, I'm too cold, but then I had to, and I got out of bed and I was like, oh my god, I'm so cold. I was like sitting there like shivering, so I put my electric blanket on before I got back into bed. Yeah, I don't know where summer's gone, but it's not here anymore. I've had a very slow, lazy morning, not getting very far so far, to be honest. I slept quite late and it's just taking me ages to get anything done. But anyway, I'm going to carry on editing this weekly vlog. I was kind of hoping I might get it done today, but I'm kind of thinking that may not happen. But I thought I'd just show you a couple of bits that came in the post this morning. This is going to look like I've just been buying a hell of a lot of stuff, and maybe I have. No, I haven't like been going crazy. I just some of the stuff that's coming, some of the stuff that I've shown you has taken quite a long time to come, so I didn't actually buy everything like together. It's been a bit more spaced out than it looks like, but I do also keep saying to myself, like, well, you know, I'm not spending money on petrol, I'm not spending money on I don't know, I'm trying to think, you know, like my reflexology or massages or anything like that. I'm not going out to go shopping and things like that. So basically it's a couple of bits from Shop Disney, and this month is Pride month, and Disney have released a few like rainbow things, and I saw that they were releasing some pins and I just couldn't resist. So thankfully my mum offered to help me buy some of these, so because otherwise I wouldn't have got them both, but she kind of was looking with me and I was trying to decide, and she was like, well, I'll buy like one of them for you. So that was really kind of her, so thank you very much to Mum. So the first ones I got were these ones. Let me try and get them here. There we go. So it was like a set of 5 different pins. So you've got this one that's got this little hanging bit that's making a whole load of noise. Then you've got Mickey and the Rainbow, this one that says love, and then you've got the ears and also his like shorts. These ones are limited release, so it just means that they will only be out for like a specific amount of time, and then they won't kind of come out again. And these ones are £21. So I did just think, oh, I'll just get those ones because, you know, they're a little bit more reasonable and, you know, I can kind of afford them. Sorry, I'm out of focus again. But the one that I had originally seen on the picture that I kind of originally thought, oh, I really want to get that one. When I saw it on the website, when I went to look, it was quite a lot more expensive than I had realised, so I wasn't going to get it, and this is the one my mum said she would help me with. So I ended up getting this one as well, which is limited edition, and it's a bit confusing because, well, I get confused between limited edition and limited release, but basically limited edition means there's only a certain amount of that pin, and when they're gone, whereas limited release means it's only out for like a limited amount of time. So yeah, this was the expensive one. It comes in a nice box, and it is, I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm trying to show you it without it reflecting. But yeah, it's quite big, like as you can see from my hand. And it's just a big pin, and then like these bits, like all the characters are sort of like another layer on top, so it's kind of like 3D. It is a really, really nice pin. It was £45, which, yeah, is a lot for a pin, but it is big, so it's kind of like the size of my hand. It comes in a nice box, which I will probably keep it in to display it, and like I said, I probably wouldn't have bought it if my mum hadn't been able to help me out, so yeah, thanks for that, Mum. It is lovely, and I'm really glad that I was able to get it. Anyway, I'm going to get on with doing some editing, and then I've got my friend Alyssa's Animal Crossing birthday party later this evening, which I'm very much looking forward to. Good afternoon. I spent a long time this morning editing, way too long. I had a really late lunch, but I just wanted to get to a point of like being slightly more organised and nearer to finishing, so I'm glad with what I've done, but I'm just shattered now. Yeah, I've just had my lunch, was just scrolling through Facebook as you do, and come across a post that is being shared. I'm not going to say where or by who, because I just don't want to give it the airtime, to be quite honest, but I do still want to talk about it. So the post that is being shared says, how are people getting paid £850 a week in benefits, and people are working their asses off and not getting paid much more than that a month? Makes my blood boil. I mean, I understand people's frustrations. You know, sometimes I think there does need to be a better overhaul, like an overhaul of the system, so that, you know, working is worthwhile to people, and I totally get that. However, I find generally, because I see these posts a lot, that are kind of slagging off people on benefits basically, and they just end up fueling hate towards everyone on benefits. I try not to speak too much about the fact that I claim benefits, because one, I know what kind of comments it brings, and two, I'm embarrassed, and I don't know, part of me just thinks like I shouldn't be embarrassed. It's not my fault that I'm ill, it's not my fault that I'm struggling and that I'm not able to, you know, hold down a job because I'm not well enough. But a lot of people can't see the whole picture, and they see that you're on benefits and they think that you're a scrounger and that you're lazy, and yeah, all those kind of things. So I keep it pretty quiet most of the time. Obviously I've just said it on here, and I think I have spoken about it before, but yeah, like I do feel embarrassed about it, because I would love nothing more than to be well and to be out doing what my friends are doing, and to have a career, and to be able to buy my own house, and to, you know, financially support myself, not as a 31-year-old woman having to still live with my parents because I need care and I can't afford to move out. But people don't see that side. They just think you're scrounging and that you can't be bothered. So I know as soon as a post like this goes around that the comments are going to be pretty awful, and I don't know why I even look at them sometimes, because it just makes me upset. But I was having a flick through today, and there were a lot of pretty disgusting comments, to be quite honest, about the people who need to claim benefits. And one of them I just wanted to read to you because it needs to be spoken about. And the comment said, "People don't like to work, and that's all. If you can't even function to care for yourself, then why are you alive?" And that is the kind of comment that I see on a regular basis, daily, probably on social media. There's a lot of people that have that view that if you're disabled or chronically ill and you can't do certain things, that you don't deserve to be around. And it's pretty hurtful for people to read. You know, I know a lot of disabled and chronically ill people who have fulfilling lives, who do incredible things, who contribute to society, and obviously there's people out there that don't believe that you can do those kind of things if you're disabled and perhaps need help, you know, with care and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't even going to comment. There's not much point. If someone thinks like that, you commenting isn't going to help. But I thought I'd just speak about it because, I don't know, I kind of think the more we speak out about these things, then the better people will understand. Anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of Animal Crossing just to get ready for this evening. Moana's just come on the TV, and then I'm going to have a short nap, and then my friend's Animal Crossing party is not that long now. The day has just gone. I'm not quite sure where it's gone to, but yeah, I'm going to try and have a bit of a rest before the party starts. But it's nearly time for Lissa's party, so I'm just going to get onto Animal Crossing and then wait to find out what I'm meant to do, because I've never done this before. So I think somehow we'll have to go over to her island, but I don't really know how that works. So
take me for a runaway. I guess I'm a little torn. My life is on the highway, my song's on the radio. I cannot deny I love being wild, and when the lights out I'm moving on. I cannot deny I aim for the sky, so when they are gone then we are out. We're talking about a good time, we're chasing
we have just finished Lissa's party. It was really good. I downloaded the app onto my phone so that we could all talk through that, which was so much better than trying to type. Yeah, just so much easier. And Alyssa had set up like a little party area, so we played musical chairs, and she had like lots of different prizes and things. We had a treasure hunt, so we had to like go around the island digging for treasure. She had this spin the wheel thing that you could spin, like if you're like the winner of a game, and then it, depending on what it went to, you'd like get a certain prize. So yeah, we did the treasure hunt. We did a fishing like tournament. So she set like a timer, and then we had to see how many fish we could catch in a certain amount of time. We did, she had like a photo booth where you could like change like your outfits and stuff, and yeah, take photos. Although one of the girls got stuck. Well, no, Leanne got stuck, and then Lissa got stuck in the same place like as her at the same time, and they couldn't get out. So in the end, Lissa managed to get out. But yeah, the other Leanne had to like get out of the game and come back because she couldn't get out. So we did that, and what else did we do? We did party poppers. I feel like there was something else. Anyway, I filmed like most of the bits, so hopefully I've done a little montage before so you can see what we got up to. But yeah, it was really, really good. A nice way of like having a party with people at the moment, because you can't get out, and also because a lot of, well, like Lissa and I know each other through the chronic illness community, so we live quite a long way away, so it's quite difficult to get together anyway. So it was quite a nice way of doing it, because you could chat, you know, as if you were on the phone, but through a game as well. So that was good fun. Good afternoon, happy Sunday. It's a miserable day today, although this morning it was pretty sunny, and when I got up, my sister said that she had just been outside and seen, I think it's called a sun halo or something like that. So I did pop outside when I got up, and I managed to see it as well, so I'll pop a picture in here so that you can see what it was like, because I didn't manage to get it on video, but well, actually I did. I managed to film it on my phone, so I will pop it over this. But yeah, it was nice and bright and sunny this morning, and now it's raining, and yeah, not very nice. I've had a pretty chilled out day, to be honest. I had quite a tired, like, I don't know, I've just felt quite tired today. So I had quite a slow morning. Managed to clean my earrings, so I'm hoping they look a little bit better now. And I finished editing my weekly vlog, so that's uploading. I've had some lunch, and I'm now going to play a little bit of Animal Crossing before I have a nap. So yeah, that's the sum total of my Sunday really. Not much exciting going on, which is why I haven't really filmed anything. Just having a chilled out one. Oh, I will put a picture in here actually. When I had dinner, went for dinner last night. It sounds like I've been out. I went to the kitchen for dinner. And Lenny was fast asleep on the chair, but he was in the funniest position. So I had to take a picture, so hopefully it'll make you laugh as well. Anyway, I am gonna get on with playing some Animal Crossing and then have a bit of a nap. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I'm just heading up to bed and realised I haven't finished this week's vlog. So yeah, sorry, I'm just rather tired, but I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. If you have and you want to see more, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell, that means you'll get notified every time I upload a video so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're doing, how you're getting on at the moment, what you've been up to, what you've been doing to pass the time, and also let me know if there's any particular videos you'd like to see me film. Also come and follow me on social media. My links are all in the description bar below, but I'll pop my Instagram and Twitter up here as well, because those are the ones that I tend to be on the most. So if you want to come and say hello over on one of them, it would be really nice to see you, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!